from the historic Ham Building in St. Paul, it's the Haberdasher's Couch. I'm Kendrick, inviting you to the show, starring Heimie and featuring Todd Walker, also featuring Amye Scharlau. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Heimie.
Happy Friday and welcome to another show, the Haberdasher's Couch, where you don't have to pay somebody to listen to you. And I'm here today to let you know that I'm managing expectations. That's right, folks. Expectations on so many levels are sometimes misunderstood. On a daily basis, we manage expectations here at the store, don't we?
Yes.
By definition, an expectation is not an agreement between people. Instead, expectations are beliefs that a certain outcome or event will happen. I'm throwing the tennis ball your way, my friend. That is a hard thing to
No, I think
approach.
for us here, though, there are certain expectations, professional expectations, that we tackle, i.e., if our clients come in and customers come in and they have an expectations of excellence, you know, we can meet those expectations or work towards them. Perfection, yeah, we look to meet those expectations, but no one's perfect, right? Like you said, it is someone's perception of what is perfect and what is not.
Assumptions are, I'm assuming that this is going to happen. I'm assuming that that's going to be the outcome. I'm assuming, right, that I think assumptions are a critical point when it's managing expectations, right? Because you can't assume. I assume that's what was going to happen. Clarification, communication helps dissolve assumptions when it comes in relationship to expectations.
Well, for us in our business, so reason we're talking about this, because we really want to make sure that we leave no stone unturned as we are working with our clients and our customers, right? So we want to make sure that we are not assuming what they're saying, but we are listening to what they're saying, dissecting it,
Right.
and meeting those expectations. So that when they leave and people leave, they have a clear idea of what to expect,
Clarification,
and
communication.
what our professional, because that's what we work off of. There is a professional way that a suit, we talk about a suit.
Come to Heimie's, there's an expectation that it's going to fit a certain way, look a certain way, feel a certain way. But there's a whole lot of assuming in theory in there, isn't there?
Well, we hope not.
How do we break through those? Just through...
Well, because we can really talk to people face to face.
Right.
So it might start off like that, but when you get to the assumptions, the margin of error gets too big. So when we can say, all I ask is that what we are willing to do to meet your expectations is maybe fit a suit several times or fit a pair of pants several times. Because there's transparency within us, we can meet those expectations, and by having clear communication and working with people.
Right. I like this. This says, once we understand that our own expectations are nothing more than our best guess sculpted into theory, we talked about that, these best guesses are really, at their core, or deeply held opinions mixed up with a dash of hope.
Well, you know, we can have that dash of hope.
So in business, we say communicate, we over-communicate, communicate redundantly, right? Recapping, saying this is what's going to happen, right? This could happen. So you're actually managing expectations through, it's kind of like risk management, right? So say, this could happen, you might need another fitting, this is what to expect, here's how it goes the first time. Let's think conservatively out the gates, and then slowly move towards maybe building a wardrobe, managing expectations of an event, right?
Yeah.
Right? All that stuff.
Because it comes with all the customer service piece, that all of those things. So again, words like assumption or guessing, what we do is work to get those out of the equation, and also just ask the opportunity to say, if there's something that goes askew,
Right.
Just give us the opportunity, because we are willing to make it right.
To make it right.
That comes with trust. It comes with us, people understanding that we are transparent, and it comes with us giving the knowledge and people going out and getting the knowledge of what's happening here, what are we doing, how we responded. And then there's sometimes when those expectations are not met based on someone else's assumption, you know, you can just say, you can apologize all you want, but if that person's assumption is still that we did not meet their
Eventually, you just
expectation,
got to let go.
You just have to let go.
So, once you understand the role of expectations in your everyday interactions, you're well on your way, and remind yourself goals are not the same as expectations. Okay. Well, my expectation is that we've used up a couple minutes here to explain to you how it is to manage maybe some expectations in your life. Just be honest, communicate properly, don't assume, right? And be clear. Wonderful. I feel much better about myself right now, too. Just clearing the air. We'll see you next week.
It's Todd About Town, Todd Walker, entertainment, travel, and more. Hey Todd, what's new?
Welcome and happy Friday, Todd About Town. The great French explorer 𝐂𝐸𝐻 has some competition because Todd About Town, last week before,
Yep.
came back with
Been home a week.
Been home a week. Fabulous trip that started out in Montreal and ends up in Florida,
Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale. Give me some background on the first location.
Quebec City. I'd never been here before, so I decided to join an included tour that Viking provided. And boy, am I glad I did. I learned so much about this place. It is one of the only remaining walled cities in North America outside of Mexico, and about 5,000 people live behind the wall. When you're behind the wall and you're walking around, it really makes you feel like you are in France. The cobblestone streets, the wonderful little cafes, the little shopping areas, it's absolutely beautiful. And that Fairmont Hotel you're looking at, that place is definitely worth a stop by. Every single corner, they seem to be celebrating Halloween, too, with all these different Halloween displays set up. It is really a beautiful place, and those cannons, they're set up on the wall to protect the city of Quebec. This is a great place. Definitely check it out. Put it on your travel to-do list.
It was busy.
Is this trip packageable? Did they package this trip
Yeah.
for people?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what's it called?
Well, it's the Viking.
From here to Florida?
Yeah, it's.
Something, you know?
I can't even remember the exact
Yeah,
words from
right,
it
right.
that it's called, but it's a Viking ship. That's the
sure.
ship has 900 passengers.
Perfect size.
Yep. So it's not like
Right,
one of those
not too-
big, massive
Yep,
ships.
yep.
And I ended up spending 2 days on the front end that were sea days, which I really don't mind. You can go to the gym, you can read and just do whatever.
I like when you say sea days, my friend.
And then there were 2 sea days on the back end as well. Yeah, so I started in Montreal, went up to Quebec City, which we're going to take a little bit of a look at, and then went to some of the other cities and
So as you were rounding the upper,
into the Atlantic.
Traveling down the coast from Maine to Rhode Island with Viking and experiencing some pretty amazing fall colors and having some of the very best seafood along the way that I think I have ever had, from lobster to crab to mussels. It's pretty amazing. And you know, I didn't know that Maine claims to be the home of the very first whoopie pie. Well, definitely something to check out. Cheers.
Fort Lauderdale, how do you, from the time you leave Bar Harbor, right? Is that where you port out of Bar Harbor?
I was in actually Providence. I can't
you're
remember.
Providence. You leave that port, and you must be on ocean now.
2 days.
For 2 days to get to Fort Lauderdale.
Yep.
Many of you have asked about my stateroom here on the Viking Star. I am on the 4th deck. My room is 270 square feet. It includes a veranda with seating, a king-size bed. You can pick out the style of pillows you may like, a desk for your computer, a large closet with complimentary robes and an umbrella. There are USB ports throughout the stateroom, great storage on each side of your bed, reading lights above your bed, and as you can see, also a living area that you can sit and relax, a built-in makeup mirror, a complimentary mini bar that they replenish on a daily basis, a coffee machine, a safe for your valuables, plenty of storage for your personal items, a full-size mirror, a bathroom with a walk-in shower, heated floors, and toiletries that are complimentary. Once again, plenty of storage under the sink and on each side. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this tour of my stateroom aboard the Viking.
Thank you today for a little bit of story time. I felt like it was nappy time, and I could just
I'm
fall
that
asleep.
boring?
Well, no, I mean, it's a good thing to fall asleep listening to a story.
Oh, fine. Well, let's look at Montreal.
Fine, we'll take a look at it, folks, and we'll see you next week.
Hello, this is Amye the Hypnotist here at beautiful Heime's Haberdashery, and this is Coffee Talk. So many of my clients come in with different types of compulsive behaviors, be it biting their nails or smoking cigarettes, feeling really bad and guilty about it, like there's something wrong with them, like it's some sort of a character flaw. And I'm here to tell you that it's not. All that's happening is that your body is reacting to a stress response in a way that isn't particularly helpful to you. Now, you are always, your subconscious mind is there to help and heal you. So at some point, it made the connection between that behavior and feeling a little bit better. Now, in the hypnotic state, what we do is we slow down your brain. It changes the way your brain is literally processing information. It makes your mind more suggestible. And we can change those connections between that behavior and a different thought. For example, instead of saying, oh, I'm stressed out, I really need a cookie, you would be thinking, I'm really stressed out, hey, I need a walk. So we are literally changing the connection to that compulsive behavior. So instead of eating, you're walking. So it's going to be more helpful for you. Now, if you or any of your friends are having any challenges with this, come and see a hypnotherapist. They're going to do this in a really positive way. It is going to be uplifting and empowering. I don't do negative hypnosis. There were some old school hypnotists that they would say things like, oh, you're smoking a cigarette and you're going to feel like you're eating mud. Now, we don't do that anymore. It's going to be really positive. We're going to get to know you as a person. And so every time you choose to do something healthy for yourself, you're going to feel amazing. And every time you choose another healthy choice, it's going to feel 100 times better than that. And with that, we are going to change your behaviors and change your life. And that, my friends, is Coffee Talk.